Hi folks, just starting to rain here, so I gotta get moving. It's about 11.9 degrees Celsius, 63% humidity, as is easy to predict. It's cloudy and rainy, my batteries aren't charged. It's about 12:35. It is November 10th, 2015. This says about 58 degrees, and that one says welcome to Tuesday. What am I up to? I just wanted to get a quick video out before the rain really begins in earnest. I'm still setting myself up with what am I putting where, and as I move things around, I'm continuously asking myself the question of why am I putting that there? You know, should it snow tomorrow? What does it mean to me if that's there instead of somewhere else? And luckily I'm not answering my own questions with a like exorcist voice or anything, so I'm going to be okay. But this has to be a quick video. Some of the things I have out are beginning to get wet. You guys remember the whole story on this Corolla? I got it from my son. This was his college car. It's got about 111,000 miles on it. I ran the Cushman into it and put that dent into it. It's a 2005 Toyota Corolla LE. He got it from a young lady who went to school at Vassar, and she didn't need it anymore. She was going to New York City to work as working with poor women particularly, and she was teaching them how to be bakery people. Kind of a cool story. Set up nice, curtain airbags, you know, electric, everything, cruise control, all that stuff. And he beat it mildly. Dumb things wrong with it, the clock's intermittent, junk like that. He took my Suzuki SX4 because I wasn't putting enough miles on the car, quite frankly, and I didn't need it, and it was horrible on gas, and he wanted it, so I gave him a deal on that, and he sold this one to me. I gave him $3,000. Problem was, it had the following codes: P0441 P0445 P0446, and they're all emissions codes, EVAP emissions control system. They all say that, right? And for 441, it's a purge control fault. For 445, purge valve C short, and 446 was a vent circuit malfunction. Anyway, I bring it to Toyota, and they reset all the codes and say, why don't you drive it around for a while, maybe it won't come back. So that's what they say, and they charged me $109 to tell me that and send me out dancing on my way. I drove it about 150 miles, and sure enough, all those codes came right back. I brought it in again, and I'm like, yo, are you guys going to fix this piece of crap, or do I junk it? What do you want to do with it? So they ran it through another smoke test. That's what the 109 is, and they told me I need this valve assembly. I guess it's a purge valve. It's a three-way valve. So they charged me $109 for the smoke test again, $85.14 for the valve. Probably part of the 109 was putting the valve in. They kind of kept their hours short because they screwed me once, and you know, they knew I was going to go non-linear on them. After they put the purge valve in, I let them keep the car overnight, and they put about 100 miles on it. I mean, they must have taken it out for coffee, and you know, I could just picture them driving it crazy through hill and dale. Somebody probably brought it home. They brought it back and said now it also needs a gas cap, which was $34. Then while it was in there, I had them do a New York State inspection. You can't get through inspection here in New York if you have a check engine light on. So I had them do the inspection and an oil change. Oil changes at Toyota are quite honestly cheap, almost cheaper than they get you for $250 for the filter, and they charge you like $3 a quart for oil, and they kind of wrap it in the 109. So all that was relatively cheap. Anyhow, basically they stung me for, in total, the first time in was 109, and the second time in was just under 300, call it 300. So it cost me $409 to have them replace that silly valve. If one has someone who actually knows what they're doing, lived near them, who could run the diagnostics, somebody like WTBM123, he could probably right up front tell you this valve is bad. And I didn't look it up on eBay, and I didn't go to Rock Auto or any of those other places on the internet, but I'd venture to say that valve is probably like half that price. I'd call it $40 delivered. That's my guess. I don't know, but typically Toyota doubles everything. So the part would have cost you $40. I don't know what the run rate is, but if you're paying somebody, somebody with their own shop at home, right, you could probably have fixed this for half the money, right, or less. Well, if it's $40 for the valve and you give the guy who fixes it, even if the guy who fixes it charges you the same amount as Toyota, 109, right, you're looking at, and then an oil change, you're probably looking at $200, $250. That's a long way from the $400 that I just invested. Anyway, I'm specifically talking about those 3 codes. I'm listing them out just to help you, anybody out there who who has a Toyota Corolla 205 or something with the same engine. This has the 4-cylinder 1ZE something. I'll show you the engine. So the piece they changed, so it's got the 16 valve engine, a vacuum hose rod. So it's got the 1ZZ-FE 62 engine, right? Just in case any of that means anything to you guys. I think you guys could read all that. 1ZZ-FE. So I spent a little over $400, $409. I'm hoping that by making this video I can save somebody out there at least half that money, and give somebody who, runs a little gig out his backyard and went through the trouble of getting all the training and owning all the equipment, like my buddy Terry. You could go see him. He can run the diagnostics, he can change the valve, and you could save some money. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Once again, I hope this video helped. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and get out there and enjoy all your days. And don't give all your money to Toyota. Bye now.